Today is Monday, March 6th, 2017, and welcome to episode 5 of Composing a Musical. This week I have the camera pointed this way because I wanted to show you the other little half of my studio here. So here's the piano, we're facing this way, and this is the condenser microphone with the pop filter and the microphone, the music stand. And this is where Brian comes and sings the songs so we can record them. So he took my music last week and I had written out the melody line nice and neatly for him for all of the songs. And we recorded it on his phone, and he very diligently all week worked on all the songs and got them really good, and then came back and we worked on recording them, and it took us about 2 hours, and we got through them all, and I even played all the piano part right, and Brian was pretty happy with the way he sounded, so we were like, yes, we have a go. So we're ready to do all the fun part now with formatting the music and writing up the descriptions of the music and getting all that stuff done in order to send it off for copyright, which will take, I don't know, another week or two. And then we'll finally be able to share all the songs with you episode by episode as we have time. So that was one thing that was down and accomplished this week, was getting all those songs recorded for copyright, and they came out really good, and thank you, Brian, for your diligence and your hard work helping get that done. The other thing I worked on this week was tightening up my script a little bit. I was working on the script, especially Act 1. Act 1, I had some scenes written out, and they were written here and written there, and kind of arrows all over the place. And so I was reading part of it to Jeff the other night, and was reading through all the dialogue. I've got a couple of scenes where there's people that are there's two people in a scene and they're talking. There's a lot of dialogue back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and it's clever and funny, but kind of lengthy. And so I was reading it to Jeff, and Jeff was like, "That was really funny, but do you think they're going to be able to memorize all that?" And I was like, well, yeah, I know. It's just a little community theater, and we've got, maybe a month or so to work on it when we actually get around to doing it. So I thought, you know what, you're right. I should probably condense this down a little bit. So I worked on that today. I worked on Act 1, Scene 1, and Scene 2 in tightening up my dialogue a little bit and figuring out where I could cut out a few lines so there isn't so much back and forth, because it's the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth where people can get really lost in a scene. It's not so bad if you've got 5 or 6 people that are in a scene and there's a bunch of dialogue going on, and you maybe have to wait 3 or 4 lines before you come back in with your line. But when you have back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it can get a little nerve-wracking when it's just the two of them carrying the whole scene. So I tried to condense some of the lines down into one maybe big line for somebody, and then another maybe bigger line, so that we didn't have so much back and forth. So I did that today, and it's better for it. I tightened it up a lot, and I think it's going to be better. And it's possible if we try to have some other venue do the musical, I could add all that dialogue back in, and it would be less nerve-wracking. But for what we're doing for the summer performance, I think tightening up the script was a good idea. So I did that. I also had a chance to talk with Liz Lane at the Central New York Arts Council today, and got feedback on my application for the grant. And she said, I have nothing but good things to say. So that was very exciting, and I got a lot of positive feedback today from Liz on my grant proposal for this project, which was very encouraging. So that is my update for this week. I will be working on writing out my second song this week, because as you know, I have to do 2 songs this month, and I haven't even started on my second song yet, writing it out nice and neat. So I'll probably be working on that this week. So I look forward to talking with you next week. Bye.